I think what's important to understand here is that you do not have to have a customer journey that is a series of absolutely frictionless touch points end to end. What is important is being able to identify which of those moments actually matters to the customer and then elevating those essential moments. So of course you can have a customer journey that has 50 touch points in it, and now that might sound like a lot, but it's actually pretty average. But not all 50 of those touch points have to be 5-star, frictionless, amazing. But there are particular pits that need to be filled to reduce friction for the customer. Because if you don't fill them, there's a good chance that the customer will abandon the journey before the actual value charging opportunity. So you want to make sure that those pits are filled and that is less friction than it could be. And similarly, there are certain moments that there's a heightened customer emotional response, and you want to elevate those moments as much as you can. So it's about having journeys that have elevated emotional experiences, but not that the journey doesn't fall sort of too low in terms of the customer's emotional response to the journey. So in addition, I will say that completing the transaction is just not enough, because there are other platforms out there competing with you to complete that same transaction. So moments do need to be elevated as well, especially in a competitive market such as appliance retail or online retail. Think about the amount of platforms you can buy a coffee machine, and they're all competing with each other. And really all they can differentiate on is price and after sales service in terms of how fast they can get that coffee machine into your kitchen. So what's also been very powerful is know your customer campaigns. These have been really successful. And over the years, the more and more people you have signed up to those types of loyalty campaigns, the more data you have. And so you aggregate all of this data from loyalty card swiping and from online retail. And that gives us a lot of data from which to generate insights. And so we're seeing tools like data analytics, Power BI, ClickView, Tableau becoming much more widely used by customers to slice and dice data to generate insights to help organizations be a lot more focused on what the customer actually needs and when they need it and how fast they need to get access to it. And so putting all of that together in terms of having a frictionless customer journey, but also understanding your customer because you're leveraging that data, makes for good customer experience.
So would you say then that if digital transformation is the automobile, data is the petrol? Data is kind of the life force that allows it to have everything else embodied in each of those services, in the touch points, in the the content, the journey that's created, the experience.
That's interesting. I think the life force is actually telecommunications. I think without data connectivity, we've got nothing. And so I think the big data is what helps us elevate things. So you can have a digital experience but not use any big data whatsoever, but you still have a digital experience. You've still got petrol in the car. But if you want to upgrade that car, if you want to level up, then using big data to get insights that can drive decisions, that's what levels up a customer experience strategy.